Chicken Alla King. It came to me in a dream. I just really, really wanted to make it. So what chicken did I have on hand? Chicken breast. Not my favorite chicken. So but I did a favorite of my quick marinade. This is a great quick marinade. Orange juice and onion. Lots of acid. Had some puff pastry. Now, I remember as a kid, you used to be able to buy these little preformed pastry shells. I couldn't find them, so I made them myself. So I roll out some puff pastry, and then I just put them in a muffin pan. You can tell I'm working with one hand because at this point, the other hand was holding the camera. Then I have my baking beads. These are so I can blind bake the crust. I threw them in there. Now, normally, when I use the baking beads, I also put some parchment on the bottom. I didn't, but more about that later.
You can stop.
So while that's marinating, I have gotten the rest of my things together, and now it's time to dry them off, and I'm going to cut them. I could have cut them and then marinate them, which would probably have been smart because then even more surface would have been marinated. This is when I'm going to tell you that the best thing you could do is just use a grocery store rotisserie chicken. This is a great dish for leftovers. So you could just take a rotisserie chicken and shred it instead of dealing with all this raw poultry I'm dealing with right now. But I pounded it, and now I'm slicing it, and I'm going to put it back into the marinade for a minute. Part of the Chicken Alla King, gotta have some mushrooms. Drain the chicken before it's gonna go into the hot oil. Now it goes in the hot oil. Just flop that in there. Now, ideally, I would have gotten rid of these baking beads as soon as I took them out of the oven while they're nice and warm. But I had to do some other things. I didn't, and that will prove to be a problem later. So I'm sauteing some mushrooms and onions. Going to add now some chicken broth. And I really had a hankering for tarragon in this. So I put some fresh thyme from my garden and some dried tarragon. There's the tarragon. So here's the problem. So the pastry had cooled, and then the beads were like sunk in there. So because I hadn't put parchment and I didn't get them when they were warm, it's a little bit of an issue. Now I add the cream. The cream with the mushrooms and the tarragon, it's exactly the Chicken Alla King I had a dream about. I'm gonna add the chicken and let that simmer. And again, if you just had a little store-bought rotisserie chicken, this would be so much easier. All you would have to do is make the pastry and the sauce and just throw that chicken in. I steamed some vegetables, and I got a little fancy. I arranged the steamed vegetables on the plate, and then my little pastry shell, and put in the chicken and the sauce. We were actually having a proper sit-down family dinner that night, so it was nice to present something good. It was very tasty. It worked out very well. The recipe is in the description, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Like and subscribe, and for more simple dishes, keep watching Daphne Dishes. Again.